line at westpac.com.au to see if that insurance is absolutely right for you. As I said, wildlife authorities have moved pretty quickly to try and deal with a mix of animals trapped in the mud at those dried out lakes at Menindee. There were some awful pictures at the weekend, though. There was a number of animals, including 2 kangaroos, 2 sheep and a goat that needed to be put down. Mark Pearson is with the New South Wales Animal Justice Party. He's an MP. He's on the line. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Good morning.
What a disaster unfolding there.
It is a disaster. It's actually an environmental disaster as well as an animal welfare disaster. We're looking at a river, extremely complex river system, and I don't know whether your listeners are aware, but this area of the Menindee Lake is a fascinating area. It actually has more water when at its peak than Sydney Harbour, the largest mass of water inland of Australia, than any other part of Australia. And what we're having here is a gradual, insidious poisoning and death of the river system unless authorities and the governments of the day move quickly to turn what's happened to this around. The main issue is that, I'm very disappointed with the state government saying that, with Noel Blair and with Gabrielle Upton basically saying, look, this is a consequence of drought and the evaporation issue in this area. Well, they're not acts of God. The two main issues which have caused this particular crisis, and it was even reported to the government by the Department of Agriculture and Water Resources, that the draining of the lakes twice over the last 4 years of the current government were the worst 2 decisions that have impacted on not only the wildlife, the environment, but also farmers and graziers who rely on those water sources.
It seems to me that there's a lot of buck passing going on here.
Well, the water is becoming one of the most complex and powerful issues of these days. And when we look at the water crisis of the sell-off of water from this very same river system further down, which was exposed by Four Corners. But the deeper you dig into this issue, why are these grants given? Why is the government permitting water to be released? My concern, my fear, is that there are favours and kickbacks being given to mates of mates of mates who so happen to be landowners that are wanting this water.
Well, the minister denies that. I put it to him directly. He said there is no such thing as corruption, but there has certainly been mistakes made on the issue of animal husbandry. I mean, until we took a call on this program last Monday, and then the YouTube video went viral of the 2 property owners holding those dead fish, including cod that looked like they were, 100 years old, they were claiming. It seemed that this was not going to get any publicity. It was just kept very quiet because of how far away it is from the coast, from the main cities. Do you fear that there might be things that have happened there that we still don't know about?
Well, I think we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, because I actually was called out to concerns about this river system when I was first elected back in 2015 from Indigenous people, from wildlife carers and landowners that because the lakes were gradually being drained, that it was causing a toxicity to occur in the lakes, which would have an impact on the vegetation and then, of course, have an impact on the animals. Obviously we're looking at a complex ecosystem here, but yes, far away, out of sight, out of mind, and it only takes the courage of some investigative journalists and some photographers to fly a drone over and take some photographs of this very remote area to expose what is happening to a very complex river system, which is at the foundation of one of the major river systems in Australia and has effects for Queensland, New South Wales and South Australia.
Yeah, look, it is an unfolding disaster. Thanks for your time, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark Pearson there.